The 2026 Formula One season begins this weekend, and the world's most European sport is turning American.
Since expectations are incredibly high, F1 shareholders should be nervous.
Yetis, most Americans, you first heard about F1 from Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
Remember Jean Girard from Formula
Not possible, Jack.
Well, as recently as 5 years ago, F1 was pretty much irrelevant here in the United States.
But now we are enjoying season 8 of Netflix's Drive to Survive, the soap opera-style reality racing show.
Drive to Survive is HBO's Hard Knocks.
True.
But for pistons and chassis, not football and chafing.
Yeah, it's more fabricated drama, more wheels, and more wax.
Oh, and a gift to the producers of season 8.
This is so good. What a rumor, Jack.
If rumors are true that Lewis Hamilton is dating Kim Kardashian.
I mean, Jack, the devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder.
And if the real-life abs of the F1 drivers on Drive to Survive didn't get your attention, then Brad Pitt's abs definitely did.
Because Apple's F1 movie is nominated for Best Picture in next weekend's Oscars.
The F1 movie is actually the highest-grossing sports film of all time.
It beat the Mighty Ducks.
So Apple decided to parlay that box office success into a legit media deal with F1.
Get this, all F1 races this season are being streamed on Apple, starting this Saturday, tomorrow, in Melbourne, Australia.
Put that stock on the Bobby.
So, besties, that's all about F1 and Tim Cook and the Kardashians. But F1's evolution, it isn't just digital, is it, Jack?
The key is that F1 made an investment in the United States, IRL.
Yeah, like they stopped sipping Perrier champagne and they started pounding the pale ales over here.
Now, Yetis, Formula One, they've had a U.S. Grand Prix for decades. It's been in Austin since 2012.
But then F1 added a race in Miami in 2022 and then in Las Vegas in 2023.
Add it all up, the United States now has 3 of the 24 F1 races this season.
Jack, could you sprinkle on more context, please?
That's more than any other country has.
Sorry, Schumacher.
And one last reason Americans should finally pay attention, we finally got a team.
That's the other key. On Sunday, F1 debuts its 11th ever franchise, Team Cadillac.
General Motors' Cadillac brand paid $450 million to become the 11th team of Formula One.
And the reason Cadillac is splurging just to be in F1, well, the reason is bling.
Cadillac has become the profit puppy of General Motors' portfolio, up-leveling the brand's luxury.
That's right. First, we told you last year Cadillac sponsored the US Open. Now, we're telling you Cadillac is in Formula One.
What's next? Paris Fashion Week?
I mean, where's it going to stop? It is luxury by association for the Cadillac strategy.
And that strategy just led to Cadillac's best full year of sales in a decade.
And best sales year for the Escalade since 2006.
When every rapper was driving on 22-inch rims.
Cadillac saw Ferrari at the pit stop. Said all of what he's having. So, Jack, what's the takeaway for our buddies not Verstappen over at Formula E?
Underdogs have upside. Favorites have expectations.
Now, Yetis, we got to sprinkle on some financial context here. F1 was bought by Liberty Media in 2017 for $4.4 billion. Today, it's worth $22 billion.
Because Formula One got spun off into its own publicly traded stock.
You can buy Formula One, literally.
And that stock is up 16% per year since its acquisition, which is twice as good as the rest of the stock market.
They got their foot on the accelerator, and the hype is very high. And in fact, we'd argue a fantastic 2026 season for F1 is built into the stock price.
How do we know? Well, F1 stock right now is trading at over 44 times its earnings per share.
Oh.
That is expensive, Nick.
Oh, yeah. So expectations are high for success. But you know who that reminds us of? It reminds Jack and I of Major League Soccer.
4 years ago, the hype that F1 is feeling today was being felt by Major League Soccer.
Another long overlooked sport in America that got a popular TV series,
Ted Lasso,
and an Apple TV deal.
But it hasn't worked out great for MLS since.
Not totally.
Fewer people watched MLS on Apple than they used to watch MLS on cable TV.
Yeah, ESPN, cable TV, they got a built-in big audience. Sport fans, they're still trying to figure out how streaming works.
So F1 could similarly disappoint this year like MLS did, despite the really high expectations.
Besties, Formula One has gone from underdog to favorite, and you see it in the stock price.
Wall Street expects them to triumph this year.
And that makes us nervous.